All right, hey everybody, it's Evan from getSession.com, and in this video we're going to cover getting sessions and logging users out using AWS Cognito and React. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, or you can join the getSession Discord server and I'm sure someone will be able to help you out there. In any case, let's get started. All right, in the last couple videos we covered setting up our user pool, logging users in, having users create accounts. So if you haven't seen those videos, be sure to go check those out first. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a account.js file. All right, and now with our account.js file, we're going to use this to verify sessions while the user is logged in. So say you are changing an email or a password on your account or some other sort of data that you want to change that's attached to the profile, but you need to verify that the user is actually logged in. We can use account.js as a context to verify that the user is actually logged in. Now, in order to create a context out of this file, we're going to have to import create context. Then we're actually going to need to call the create context method and then just set it equal to our account context variable. And now within our account function here, I'm going to return account context.provider. For now, just don't worry about what this is doing. Let's go ahead and create a authenticate function like so. And what we want to put in here is actually what we have in our login.js currently. So we want to take all the way from our creating a new Cognito user all the way down to the end of the user authenticate user. And we're just going to cut this and I'm going to paste it inside our authenticate function we just created inside our account.js. And now we want to import some things that we imported in our login.js, which is our user pool and our Cognito user and authentication details. And I'm just going to paste those right here. So now we're actually going to need to pass parameters to our account.js context, such as our username and password. So let's go to our authenticate function here, and we're going to pass in our username and our password. And now I can go ahead and get rid of this right here, have it be just username, and then I can also get rid of these. Now that we have our user pool here, I'm actually going to change this, our import from user pool to pool. And I'm just going to change this to be just pool, keep everything nice and simple. And now I can bring this all to one line. Now we're going to make our authenticate function a asynchronous function. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut everything inside our function here. Now we're actually going to return a new promise like so. And I'm going to paste our code back into this. And now on our on success, I'm going to resolve data. And I'm going to do the same for the new password required. But for our on failure, I'm going to actually reject the error. Now double check that you have props as your parameter up here. And under your account context provider, you want to make sure that you have the value set to the authentication function. And you want to make sure that props.children is the child of the account context provider. And at the bottom here, we're going to want to make sure we're exporting account and account context. Now let's go ahead and head over to our app.js file. And now here, since we're going to be using our context, we're going to import use context. We're also going to import our account context from our account file. And we're going to pass our account context into our use context. Right here, we're destructuring our authenticate function out of our account context. Now to actually use the account context inside our login component, the parent component has to have access to the account component. So let's go ahead and go to our app.js. And first we need to import our account component. And I'm actually going to change this div tag here to be account, like so. Now visually this doesn't actually change anything. However, it does give our login and sign up access to authenticate users now because it is a parent of those components. So now we can actually go ahead and authenticate our user like so. And because this is a promise, we can use .then and .catch. I'm just going to console log logged in and console log our data if it's been successful. And then if there's an error, we're just going to console log the error. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this. Now let's go ahead and try to log in using the account we created in our previous videos. And now we're going to see in our console, we have on success and logged in. Now we're going to create another function called getSession, which returns information if the user is logged in. Now getSession is going to be an asynchronous function that's going to return a new promise. Now when using this function, we're assuming that the user is already logged in. So Cognito actually has a function for that. It's called getCurrentUser. So we're going to create our user and set that equal to pool.getCurrentUser. So now we're going to do an if-else check to see if our user actually exists, because getCurrentUser is going to tell us whether or not our user exists. So I'm going to say if user, else, and then we're going to reject if there is no user. Now, if there is a user, we're going to say user.getSession. And this is going to be a callback. So we're going to have two parameters here, error in session. And I'm going to do a simple if check here. If there's an error, we're going to reject, else we're going to resolve the session data. And now we can go ahead and use the getSession function inside our value for our context provider. And now I'm going to create a new file for checking the status of whether or not we're logged in. And I'm going to call it status.js. And here we're going to want to import use context as well as the account context. And we're also going to use state as well. And by default, we're going to assume that we are not logged in. So I'm going to use our state hook to create a status and have it set to false initially, like so. And now we're going to use context to get our getSession function. And I'm actually going to import useEffect as well. I'm going to create a simple useEffect here. And now in our useEffect, we're going to call getSession. And now in our .then, we're going to take our session. We're going to log our session and we're going to set status to true. And now in our return, we're going to check if status is true or false, like so. And now we actually need to import this into our app.js. And I'm going to put it at the top here. All right, now if we go to our website, it's going to actually say you are logged in, and that's because we still have our session cookie on our website. So let's go ahead and actually remove that cookie. I'm just going to take localhost, and now I'm going to hit remove, and done. Now if I refresh the page, it's going to say please log in. So let's go ahead and log in. And now it shows that we're actually logged in. And now this isn't actually going to update automatically, but if we refresh the page, it's now going to say you are logged in. And once again, if I go and remove our session cookies and I refresh the page, it's going to say please log in. All right, so now let's go ahead and create a logout button. And to do that, we're going to need to create a logout function. So I'm going to actually add it at the bottom here, const logout. And in our logout function, I'm going to create a user variable to get the current user. I'm going to check if the user exists. And if the user does exist, we're going to use the signout method provided to us by Cognito. And I'm going to go ahead and add this to our account context provider value. So that now gives us access to our logout function here. And now instead of just displaying a string here, we're actually going to display some JSX. And all we're going to do is we're going to put in a button and I'm going to call it logout. And whenever we click on this button, it's going to use the onClick prop and it's going to call our logout function. So let's go ahead and try that. So I'm going to log in again, then I'm going to refresh. And now you're going to see that we have a logout button at the top. And if I go ahead and click on that and refresh the page, it's going to show please log in again. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you need further help, you can go to the getSession Discord server and I'm sure someone will be able to help you out there. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.